Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. Hi, my name is Angela. I'm an educator by profession. I teach mathematics and economics to secondary school students in London. Earlier this year, I had a bit of an epiphany experience where I realized that as much as I love teaching, there are other things that I'm interested in as well, but somehow I never share that side of my life with people other than my family and my friends. From my epiphany experience, I realized that it was time to take my God-given skills and talents and abilities more seriously. So I created a website, a platform where I share a few of my favorite things. As you can see, I've got natural hair. I've had natural hair for the last 14 years. When I moved to the United Kingdom from Ghana, I did a bit of research because I wanted to find out more about my hair. And in my research, I realized that long-term use of chemicals and relaxers in my hair was going to have adverse effects on my health years down the line. So I decided to stop completely using chemicals, and I've kept my hair in this state for the last 14 years. I've learned so much about products in terms of how to use products to give my hair the sort of like versatile styling choices. And so on this platform, I'll be sharing how you can obviously maximize your hair so you can display it in all its crown and glory, as well as how to treat it so that it's healthy and that it looks good. Now, skincare. So basically, I have a story when it comes to skincare. For many years of my life, from my teenage years right up until my early 20s, I had terrible acne. Literally, my entire face was covered with acne. The only parts of my face that was not covered was my eye area and my nose. So basically, coming out of this period, I've learned so much about skincare in terms of what to use and how to treat your particular skin type so your skin remains fresh, youthful, and glowing. Now, fashion. Anyone who knows me knows that I love fashion. I absolutely love clothes. Typically, my friends and family will come and see me and say, "Oh, Angela, we have this function. What do you think we should wear?" And I'll be like, you know what? I say that fashion is the clothes that are sold in shops when it comes to style. Now, style is how you combine those clothes that you buy in the shops to create and make something that is uniquely your own, something that represents you, something that displays who you are. Now, I think it was a famous American designer, Anne Klein, who said that clothes aren't going to change the world, but it's the women that wear the clothes who are going to change the world. Basically, when you wear clothes, you feel confident, you feel like, hey, bring it on. I can actually do this. So yes, in the grand scheme of things, clothing might not necessarily change the world, but it's the confidence that it gives you. As much as I love beauty, fashion, clothing, and hair, one of the things I'm very passionate about is how a woman becomes beautiful on the inside. In other words, I believe that yes, wear the clothes, yes, do the fashion, yes, do the hairstyle, but life can be tough and life can be challenging. So I always say that when the rubber hits the road in your life and challenges do come, no amount of beauty, fashion, or hairstyle is going to be able to tide you over. What is needed in those times, and for me, it's my devotional life with Christ. I never ever leave the house until I've spent quality time in God's Word, in prayer, in praise, and worship. So by the time I step out of my house, no matter what life throws at me, no matter what challenges come my way, I'm strengthened and fortified on the inside. So on my website, there's a section called Soul Food. On there, I'm going to daily post Christian devotionals and inspirational thoughts that will give you the strength, the motivation to never quit and keep going. When I was researching content for my website, I spoke to my grandma's only surviving daughter, my Auntie Ellen. What I recall from my grandmother growing up was a sense that she was a woman with a great sense of style. She wore her hair in an afro natural kinky state, but her hair was always immaculately crafted, and sometimes she would sport it underneath vibrant scarves. She loved African print, and she had clothes that were made for her, tailor-made, and they looked amazing. But what was most important about my grandmother was her legacy of faith. The woman could pray. Typically, she didn't just pray for herself and her family, but she would lift up her whole community's needs to God in prayer. You could be talking to her about your issues, and she'll say to you after a while, after she's listened to you, she'll say to you that, you know something, just give me a minute, let me go and speak to God about it. And that's what I loved about my grandmother. She realized that talking could only solve one part of your problem, but God had a solution to all problems. If I had to describe my clothing sense, I'll say that it's a very eclectic mix of my Ghanaian African heritage, as well as influences from the people and the places that I've actually visited and the cultures I've interacted with. Who is Angela? I'll say that I am born in Ghana, raised in Ghana, produced by Jesus, with a little bit of British icing on the top.
Oops.